Welcome to Managing Facility, Fire, and Life Safety Systems. This video presentation will cover the topic of fire pump testing. Fires occur on a daily basis in our world. These fires range from minimum damage to major building fires, encompassing major destruction and at times loss of life. It is important and critical that any building where a fire pump is part of the fire protection system, that proper inspection, testing, and maintenance be performed. Many buildings with fire protection systems also have fire pumps that help provide boosted water flows and pressures. The inspection and testing of fire pumps helps assure they will operate properly when needed. Fire pumps can fail, and when they are not maintained or maintained poorly, there can be catastrophic results. This fire pump blew an oil line during operation and had a major failure. This was during testing, but could have happened during an emergency. The fire pump had to be replaced. The inspection of fire pumps can also uncover other failures, such as rusted and failing supports and pump parts. This fire pump also had to be replaced. This video is designed for facility managers as an introduction to the requirements of fire pump testing, those things that they should know in order to manage the annual testing of the fire pump by a fire protection service provider. Facility managers are responsible for a variety of services in buildings, such as electric, heat, air conditioning, plumbing, and fire protection systems, including fire pumps. Fire pump inspection and testing procedures and activities require much preparation and work. Some testing can take place in a matter of hours, while larger fire pumps may require a team of technicians who are engaged in the process all day. Here we see a technician setting up hoses and flow devices for the fire pump test. Also, you can see the actual water flowing through a device with a pressure gauge to record flow and pressure readings. One may find fire pumps in a variety of conditions, from new installations to ones that have had little maintenance. Regardless of their condition or time in service, all fire pumps require inspection, testing, and maintenance procedures. NFPA 20 is the standard for the installation and design of fire pumps. NFPA 25 is the standard for the inspection, testing, and maintenance of water-based fire protection systems, including fire pumps. Section 8.1 of NFPA 25 includes the requirements for the inspection, testing, and maintenance of fire pumps. Part of the requirements include weekly runs of diesel fire pumps for 30 minutes and monthly runs of electric fire pumps for 10 minutes. Fire pumps must also be tested annually under non-flow and flow conditions. A churn test is conducted, a non-flow test, to determine the maximum performance pressure of the pump. A 100% flow test is performed to measure the pressure provided by the pump at that demand. 150% flow test is performed to measure the pressure provided by the pump at that demand. For the fire pump testing tag, a 1,000 gallon per minute pump at 100 psi pressure rating was tested at the 3 different flow points. The technician flows water from the test devices and measures the flowing pressures with an attached gauge. After the flow test is completed, the technicians prepare a report for the facilities manager. The report summarizes the manufacturing data of the fire pump, the flow test results, and graphs the test results in comparison to the original manufacturer's performance curve. The facilities manager should note how the test data and the original performance curve compare. The test data should be near the original curve. If the test data results fall in a curve well below the original curve, the facilities manager should investigate the anomaly further. The facilities manager will find that different fire service providers may use different equipment. They all seek the same data, no matter what specific procedures they use. While flowing water through test devices, technicians are also recording diesel motor data, such as RPMs, or electrical data to include motor RPMs, voltages, and amp draws. This information produces a larger picture of the performance of the fire pump and should fall within certain parameters as well. The end result is data that hopefully is at or near original manufacturing data for the fire pump and minimum variations in pump performance curves from year to year. The facilities manager should be aware that fire pump testing requires coordination and notice. As you can see, there can be a great deal of water that flows during the testing. Street closures, parking lot closures, notices to the water department, and other authorities may be required. Building occupants should be given notice, as interconnected fire alarm systems may alarm intermittently. Planning for fire pump testing may take several weeks. Also, fire marshal and water department authorities may want to be present, and they must have adequate notice as well. Facilities managers should also be aware that certain authorities require permits and fees for fire pump testing. All of these items should be confirmed with your fire protection service provider, who should be aware of all of the details. On the rare occasion, fire pump testing may yield catastrophic results. When testing older fire pumps that have been poorly maintained, facilities managers should establish contingency plans with their fire protection service provider for alternate emergency services should there be a fire pump failure during testing. Managing a facility's fire protection and life safety systems is a critical duty of the facilities manager. While the systems remain mostly hidden in the background and do not need much attention, they are the most important systems in a building. The facilities manager should communicate regularly with their fire protection service provider to ensure the proper inspection, testing, and maintenance procedures are being implemented and performed regularly.